I always knew that I was going to work in education in some capacity. I'm a lifelong learner. I love learning new things, and so being around other learners is just a natural fit. And I guess I was also inspired by my own college professors who really fostered a love of learning in me. They made learning exciting and interesting, and so now I want to make learning exciting and interesting for my own students.
What inspired me to become a professor was actually one of my former professors in undergraduate. He was a very caring and open door policy kind of professor, so I always felt free to talk to him, and he kind of guided me into the chemistry field.
Actually, my mother was an art teacher, and so she taught us how to think creatively and act creatively. And I really like how, being a professor, we get to continue to learn as we improve our presentations and lectures for the students.
I keep my students engaged by making all of the examples and the models that I use relevant to their lives and their needs, because then they can see how it works in the real world, how it's not just some esoterical thing in the classroom. How does this apply to my real life? And so that's super important, is making sure that the examples and models that I use are relevant to their needs and their concerns.
One method that's very beneficial is when I address a topic and I tell the students to go ahead and summarize it in their notes. Then I go around and I ask them to explain what they wrote.
So I like to combine fun and educational, and then I like to apply it. So how can we apply what we learn in the classroom in the real life world? So not only can I help to make their lives better, but then they can be inspired to make other people's lives better.
I really wanted to work for a community college because community colleges offer career programs that excite students. There are a number of students who feel very lost when taking a generalized curriculum and don't truly find their passion until they expose themselves to career programs.
I'm just really passionate about the mission, the fact that the students come from all walks of life, all backgrounds, all ages. I'm inspired by my students and the fact that they want to better themselves through education.
At Broward College, there's also incredible faculty, and I'm really proud to work among the colleagues that I do, because they're all very professional and very qualified.
I like the diversity, the students that we work with. In every semester is so different than the students that we receive and we get. And it's really inspiring to see them succeed, to hear stories from them that actually got into my program that I wanted to get, and knowing where they started when we first got them. So it is really inspiring, and I enjoy working with our students that we have here.
Being able to train someone for the workforce is very inspiring. Especially being able to train them on advanced technology medical equipment that's going to be used to save patients' lives. Broward College has a very supportive administration. They give us the equipment that we need to properly train the students. We have top-notch instructors. I enjoy being part of an organization that has these high standards.
I especially love teaching online, I think, because so many of my students, they're not deciding between online classes versus face-to-face classes. Sometimes it's online classes or no classes at all. They've got family and work commitments, or sometimes they're health issues, or they're deployed overseas, and so this is their means of continuing their education, and that's so inspiring to me.
They give their all. I've had students who've had to take 3 buses to come to class, and they do it because once they find their paths, they're unstoppable. One of the greatest gifts the college gives to our community are the graduates from these career programs.
I went to a 2-year school myself, and at that 2-year institute in Ohio, where I'm from, I really learned how to study, how to be a student. I came from a family in which nobody ever went to college, and I was the first college student ever in my family, and I think a lot of Broward College students are in the same kind of situation.
When I first graduated from high school, I went to the University of Miami for 2 years and wasted time. And I was not mature enough then to appreciate the opportunity that I had been given, and so I really didn't go to class and all the rest of it. And I took a few years off from school. And when I went back, I started over at a community college. And that college gave me the opportunity to rebuild a strong, solid foundation on which future academic gains could be made. I love working at Broward College because it allows me to be a part of an entity that affords our non-traditional students those same opportunities from which I benefited.